Bam! Hi, everybody. I'm Rayceen Pendarvis, and I'm here with
Janeese Lewis George.
and this amazing, beautiful, talented, educated woman is running for,
Ward 4 Council.
and that's so amazing. So tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, why you're running, and tell us some of the platforms that you're running for. If elected, like I always ask people, what are your three choices or three areas that you'd like to see change?
I'm originally from here. So I was born and raised actually in DC. I actually grew up in Ward 4, where I'm actually running. I'm a native Washingtonian, and I'm a proud also DC public school graduate. Graduated from DC public schools all the way through. I have served. Currently, I'm serving on the Democratic State Committee, and so I'm a longtime Democrat. I've previously served on student representative on the DC Board of Education, and most recently served as an assistant attorney general for the other Rayceen, called Rayceen, now I am running for Ward 4 Council race. For me, I have seen the last couple of years the leadership in our ward choose special interest over Ward 4 families. I have watched this city and our ward grow more prosperous, yet that prosperity hasn't reached everyone. And so for me, I have personally been affected by that. My family, the home that I grew up in, we were pushed out because of the high rent costs, and we were able to actually the next house that we got in, we was able to exercise our CHOPA rights to be able to have that home, only for the council member in our ward to take away CHOPA rights last year for single family renters. I worked for me, I was a first year attorney, and my dad got sick. And so I had to take leave and end up taking unpaid leave to be able to care for him. And so when our leadership in our ward voted against paid family leave, I was absolutely pissed, because working people, working families, women deserve to earn a living wage and be able to take care of our children, be able to take care of our spouses, and most importantly also take care of our parents. And so for me, time and time again, whether it be paid family leave, whether it be TOPA rights for housing, whether it be Initiative 77, I also worked as a tipped worker. And I knew that tipped workers, that $3.83 wasn't enough. And so our councilwoman and our leadership in our ward, again, when we passed Initiative 77, our ward voted for it, our city voted for it. The next time, voted to repeal it on the council. And we're in a city where we already are disenfranchised by not having a vote in Congress. So to have our council member and our leadership disenfranchise us further, I was absolutely upset about that. And so for me, I have dealt with real life experience and real work experience working at the Attorney General's office. And I've seen our leadership in our ward go in the opposite direction. And I believe that we need someone in our ward, in our city, who's going to be unbought by these developers and corporations and special interests, who's going to be unbossed by the current administration and these same contractors and developers and administrations, who's going to work and fight for families in our ward and put us first. And so I'm running a people-powered campaign where we're getting back to who matters, and that's the people of this city and of this ward, and I'm ready to fight for them, and I believe we need a fighter on council, and that's what I'm going to do on day one. My priorities: housing, of course. Affordable housing is one of the biggest issues we have in our city, people being able to afford to live and stay here, and so housing is going to be the number one issue. That's producing housing, that's preserving our housing when it comes to public housing, and that's making sure we protect housing as well, making sure rent control is expanded and extended, and so we have to do that. My second thing is education. I'm a DC public school graduate. I watched public schools in my area close. I went to Rudolph Elementary. That closed. Rabot High School up the street. That closed. I seen our public schools close, and I seen a guarantee that things were going to get better. We just moved from a choice system. Everyone's all like, oh, we have a choice system. Now we have a chance system still. Your zip code still determines your access to education and opportunity in this city. And we still see a gap in the opportunity and education across this city. And I know that, I went to Rudolph, I ended up going to Deal for middle school. When I crossed west of the park, I saw a difference in the school and the opportunity. And here we are 22 years later, and we still see that same gap in opportunity. So I'm ready to take on education in a way that we make sure we are funding our schools adequately. We are making sure that schools are funded in a way that it does not starve our public schools, and that we change the way we're budgeting, because budgeting just based on enrollment does nothing but starve our schools. We need to make sure that money is getting to our English language learners, getting to our special students with special disabilities, disabilities. We need to make sure we are respecting our teachers and the integrity of our teachers, and that they have an evaluation system that they can be respected in, and so that we don't have the high turnover rate. And the third thing for me is also public safety, and making sure that we're taking a public health approach to public safety. So housing, education, public safety, and safety are all important things to me. And I believe we can get there, and I'm asking everyone to join me as we make this city and our ward people-powered again.
How about that? I feel your passion, and I feel it, I see it, I can experience it, and most of all, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for watching.